I'm from Ukraine, from Odessa. It's one of the biggest cities of Ukraine, on the south of the country, close to the beach. And a little bit about me. So yeah, I'm web analyst and digital marketing specialist with more than 5-year experience. Now I'm living in Budapest, more than a year already. And I'm first time giving a speech in English, and that's why I'm worried twice, because I always worry when I'm giving public speech, and today it's in English. So, but keep going. This is my certificate, so I just think that it is good practice to keep them updated. Yes, let's start. I have my notebook, and I have some words that I forget usually. So yeah, I want to start with something what I believe is my analytical philosophy, that data quality is directly proportional to data collection mechanism. And today we mostly will speak about data collection mechanism. So, but first I have one question. Who of you using Google Analytics as the main analytical instrument? Please raise your hands. Okay, so like 30% of audience. So for those of you who are using Google Analytics, this presentation will be relevant because it's based on Google Analytics. So yeah, Google Analytics provides us with 3 types of data: session-based, event-based, and transaction-based. Session and event-based data is adjustable, and transaction-based is only achievable. What does it mean? It means that you can set up what is a session for your project, what is a session for your Google Analytics account. You can set up what is event for your Google Analytics account, what is event for your project, and actually transaction you set up as well, but the result you can only achieve. And this is the main thing about transaction-based data. So when you are thinking about your KPIs, you have to build them on transaction-based data. And so let's move on to see what is session-based data. Actually, almost everything what you see in Google Analytics account is session-based data, and even the first column, it's about session. But so you see, session-based data is sessions, new users, bounce rate, paid per session. Almost all information is based on session. But what's the problem with sessions is that you can adjust what is session. And actually the session is not something that really exists. It's not like transactions that person buys something on your site and that's really happened. Session is Google made creature. What is the definition of session you can find in Google Analytics help. And actually you see this is a screen from Google Analytics help. That session expire after 30 minutes of inactivity of user and at midnight. And for example, if user come to your website within like 1 or 2 minutes before midnight, it will be 2 sessions. And if the user did not manage to visit another page on your website, you will receive first session with bounce rate 100% and second session with some other bounce rate. So this is a problem, that a session is not something real that was visited from real user, but Google Analytics divided in the way how they want. Or for example, if a user searching something in Google and they visit your site from one advertising campaign, that was one session, then they close your website and search something new in Google, and they visit your site again, it will be another session. But actually the difference on time can be like 1 minute or 2 between these 2 visits. So yeah, Google Analytics, it's default settings of what is session that everyone use in Google Analytics, because Google Analytics is a tool for a lot, million and million business. That's why it's good for, if something good for million and million business, it doesn't mean that it's good for you. So you have to set up it, and if you know how to set up it, Google Analytics provide you with this chance. You can go to settings, to admin, to property level, and find session settings and to set them as you want. And also another way to set up what is session for your project it's to add special line of code into your Google Analytics tracking code. And for example, to change what is session cookie timeout and what is visitor cookie timeout. And it will change meaning of session and will change the statistics that you see in your Google Analytics reports. So it's really important to note, to keep in mind what the session is not something real. It's arbitrary data, just arbitrary data. It's not real information about real users that really visit your site and spent like 1 minute and did not enter into another page of your site. So yeah, let's move on, and now we're talking about event-based data. So yeah, event-based data is bounce rate, average session duration, and so like goals, because e-commerce it's transaction-based data, but also in this report you can see information about your goals. Yes, that's why I put a line to goals as well. As you see previously on previous slide, that bounce rate and average session duration is session-based data. But if you have landing page or blog, like another content project, it's really good practice to set up what is bounce rate for you and what is average session duration for you. For this needs, you can use, you can alter bounce rate and session duration as well as other events that you have set up. For example, if you have a content project, for example, blog or some other content project, you can use solution of Justin Cutroni. Justin Cutroni is Google specialist. He is analytical advocate, and he writes really amazing article with good instruction, like really easy to implement. So what is main point about his instructions? That he track when user loads a post, then he send an event into Google Analytics account when users scroll down your post, and if user reach bottom of content, they send another event into your Google Analytics account, and if user reach bottom of page, it's the first and the last one, the last event that they send into Google Analytics account. And in this situation, you can see not 100% bounce rate after visiting your article, but you can see that, for example, user not just load a post and not just scroll it down, but, for example, reach the bottom of content or reach the bottom of the page. So it is really important. It's give you some information, and you can think about what to make better with your blog. It's better solutions than just using default settings of Google Analytics. So yeah, it was for blog and content project. If you have landing page, the solution of Justin Cutroni is not the best one. The best solution for in this situation is solution of Rob Flaherty. He created a website. The name of the website like Scroll Devs, but by his name you easily can find this site. And what he is doing, what his main idea here, that when user scrolling down your landing page, he sent events like every 25, 50, and 75 and 100% after scrolling down your landing page. And the solution is much better than Google Analytics default setting as well. But what's the problem with this solution? That if your landing page using jQuery library older than version 1.7, the script would not work. So so it's something complicated about this script. That's why you can find another solution that actually is easier to implement. And this solution was created by Anastasia Timoshenko. Why I know about this solution? Because this girl is from Odessa as well. And this solution is, don't mind for your jQuery library, version of your jQuery, version of your site, and it just works. So as you see on screens, what kind of information you can find in your Google Analytics reports is, for example, if user scroll down your landing page from 0 to 20%, you can see that. If user scroll down your landing page from 80 to 100%, you can see this information in your Google Analytics report, as well as information about time on page. What's really important about landings, because usually in landings, if you use just default settings of Google Analytics, you will have like 0 times on your website and 100%. I'm sorry. Oh. I will stay this way. And 100% boat race. So I really recommend this solution, and you can easily find it by searching the name of this girl. So yeah, it was about event-based data, and now we are close to the finish. It's about, and we'll speak about transaction-based data. Transaction-based data is actually transactions and revenue, and of course you know that. You cannot modify representation of transaction-based data, and it is good information for today. But what you maybe don't know about transaction-based data is that you can use. One moment, I forgot the word.
Say it in Russian.
It's not a good idea. So. Transaction-based data is suitable not only for e-commerce project, but as well for non-e-commerce project. And Simo Ahava, he self-proclaimed Google Tag Manager advocate like 1.5 years ago, right? Really good solution how to use enhanced e-commerce to track content. And this is, you can see as a solution that when user read the short of the article, he sent event. When user read 2/3 of the article, he sent event into Google Analytics account. Reached end of the content, so the event. So it look like funnel, and it's really good. And so you can understand almost everything about how user interact with your content on your blog. So yeah, and the most interesting thing about it is that you implement it through e-commerce. And it's not e-commerce project, it's just a blog, yeah? So yeah, I definitely recommend to visit Simo Ahava blog. He have more than 100 articles about Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics, so he's a really good guy. We are close to conclusion. The main idea of this speech was that you have to follow your KPI, and the best way to follow your KPI is transaction-based data, because it is actually only one thing that is real. You could not base your KPIs on session data, because you can get more, for example, bots, visitors from bots, and it will change, and you will have like 5% more sessions this month than previous, or this month than this month's previous year, for example. Yeah, it's not something real, and you have to remember that. Yeah, thank you. That's all. And if you have any question, you can ask me now, or there is my email, my Twitter. I post a lot on Twitter, and this is my blog, vollamarketing.com, but actually there is only 4 articles, but I try to keep it updated. So thank you very much for your attention. I was really happy to be here with you today.